All I wanna do is break away. Why is loving you my favorite pain? Hang me out to dry on rainy days. What's your motive in this hopeless game? What's your motive? What's your motive when you call my name? Just be honest. What's your motive in this hopeless game?
Sorry about that, Trados. Yeah, I had my neighbor from downstairs directly below me. He like knocked on my door as there was like less than a minute left before the stream started, and my coffee was done. It was like really bad timing, the worst timing of all time. Yeah, so we're good. But welcome to the stream. We're early again. Look, man, you got to be empathetic here to me. Crypto is like an illiquid dead market collectively. And so me waiting like all day until like 7 p.m. Eastern to go live. I mean, by that time, my energy is sapped. The stock market's closed completely. It's been closed for hours. It's just harder to justify going live that late. I know like people are working and stuff. It's just for me, I'm more productive like before 7 p.m. at night. So maybe if there was justification, like I'll still be doing it. It's just you can't blame me for wanting to go live during this time the market's open and where there are sectors of the market that are doing things. We do have 2 minutes till the stock market closes. So technically your local needs. Yeah, so I mean, I just got ExxonMobil up because this is just one of many oil stocks continuing to rally hard. And if all stays the same, you have less than a minute to go. It will be the second highest daily candle close ever on ExxonMobil, and it will be the highest daily candle close since February 10th. Taking out the highs from April and May. So that's spectacular run going on all after confirming an old all-time high from 2014 as support, not once but twice, and that was the signal. And the trend was your friend, and then you get the Bukowski, Adam and Eve structure. What more could you ask for? But that's just one of the many. What happened? Hello? Okay, so like I hope you like the base mat overlay and the Pepe. The oil's up. Excuse me. Where you just look at some of these. TTE is one that I never really look at. It's on my watch list, but I don't really pay attention to it much. But just pay attention. I mean, this is just something that's like, hey, man, these things are happening. And they haven't happened in a long time. Look at TTE today. Not only did it break some key inflection point a couple days ago, but is now like you're taking out your highs from August and October or September of 2018, and you're closing at your highest price since September of 2014. 2014 was the oil glut, right? That was death to oil, and you're now at those highest levels since then. So major development on a stock called Total Energies SE, and it extends on like BP. BP is it did break out and it back tested the breakout, and then kind of a reaccumulation schematic going on here too, above the 200 moving average, and you're working on you just closed. Okay, the stock market closed, so Jesus chimes for oil doing stuff. Highest daily candle close on BP since May or late April. Let's just say May 1st. And up here, I mean, yeah, you got the local resistance and stuff. It's very real. I mean, like $39, $40, but above that, $46. What a trend, man. What an effing trend on some of these. Chevron, performing pretty bad compared to the others, right? But, you broke a supply line. It's a confirmation low. Finally above the 200-day moving average again. 200 moving average is not up sloping, it's down sloping. Really just not as impressive as others. But still, despite anything, your highest high and then two lows that are your highest lows ever, right? Or at least
enjoying the live streams during Power Hour time frame. PANW, please.
What's up, Double O Cracker? Thank you for the 15. And thank you, man. Look, again, it's just whether you enjoy it or not. I mean, with the time frame, it's just Trying to keep my sanity here as a live streamer of these markets, okay? Trying to keep my sanity. Like the markets, I mean, like the stocks are great. It's just like, I want to talk about this stuff before. I'm like, oh, I gotta wait 3 hours. And then it's like, oh, and also when I moved, right, I was Central Time, now I'm Eastern. It's like, man, everything's happening around 7 p.m. socially, right? I mean, like beginning to, and it's just like, dang, man, going live then I get done. It's like 8:30, and it's, I don't know, man. And I'm drinking my coffee during then, and staying wired, and it's keeping me up. It's just, it's been tougher. Okay, so Chevron, I think I think if this was to continue, you'd be seeing 174 to 182 again. This is crazy because this one didn't actually. This one's been doing way better. 2014. Some of these assets are not even recovered to there. So we looked at TTE. So just reaccumulation, just slow going. ConocoPhillips. Look what happened today on ConocoPhillips. We have a confirmed breakout with a candle close today. Just moments ago, it was confirmed. Here's your peak from 2022, June of 2022. It was the highest daily candle close since January, the beginning of the year. So we have a breakout. No confirmation. Only confirmation is the candle close. No back test or anything like that. But that's spectacular. Multi-month highs. As you can just see, oil stocks killing it. EOG, it's on my list. Pretty big deal. It was the highest daily candle close on this asset since, wow, January. Look at 131. It was 131. It's like, look at that. It's an old all-time high from 2018. Kind of like back tested it a little bit, and you're sitting above that. Oil, interesting, right? Higher lows. And the high, the previous high, the same high or slightly higher high. Kind of okay, man. Occidental up 1.49%. Remember, this is one of the most impeccable Wyckoff reaccumulation schematics I've seen ever, maybe. And it was the highest daily candle close. Wow. Highest daily candle close on Occidental since December 2nd of last year. So, the target, I think, is still $73 just to test the top of the range again. And something did happen where you have a golden cross just a couple days ago, September 11th. It was confirmed, the bullish crossover. So you went from, when was the last time you had a golden cross? Shoot, it's been a while, man. Golden cross back December 28, 2020. And then you had a death cross in February of this year, and now things have turned around, and now we're golden crossing again. So that, again, that's like whatever, lagging indicator, no big deal, but that's fantastic. And the assets above the moving averages, all of them, all three moving averages. You always... Wow, thanks so much, Pepe. You've been getting pretty good at guitar over there, haven't you? Wow. You've been taking lessons. Thank you. Okay, so just looking at, anytime an asset, if you use moving averages, you use them sparsely, like everything's good, then you can revert to the moving average. Say, how is the price action compared to these moving? If you're above all of them, that's always good for a trend, right? Anytime an asset, you stay above these levels long enough, yeah, it's good for the trend. It's been a while, right? Because you had not been trading above all the moving averages for a while, for almost a year. And now you are. Times are changing, man. Just ask Pepe. Marathon that had just hit all-time... It's crazy? I can't even believe this. Today was the highest daily candle close ever on Marathon, though it gapped up and sold off most of the day. Traders have never settled up at a price this high, $156.23. You get what's going on, man? Insanity. Crazy stuff. Look at Hess. All-time highs. And after the spectacular bullish backtest of the demand line of this crazy uptrend that's been established since freaking 2020, multi-year uptrend, God, you got to love the respect on these levels. When we've been covering this since it was happening, you know, in May, and then again in July. It's like, oh God, it's like the old resistance became support. What more could you ask for? Then breaks the supply line, and it's continuing up. Never seen prices close at $164.79, and it's up 0.2% after hours. So oil melting up. If you paying attention, OIS is a beautiful one. Okay, this is spectacular because this is like, oh, some of these are just so gone already. It's too late, you know. You had a couple months ago to maybe consider a strategic entry near back test of a support, right? Like Exxon. There was opportunity, but it's kind of gotten away from you now. But, you know, right here on OIS, it has not quite gotten away from you too much, where the breakout is just unfolding before our eyes, where you see, well, 857 is not a joke, okay? It's just not. You can't, anyone out there in the world that cares about technicals would tell you 857 is an insanely real level. And what is it? It's the old all-time high from May of 2001. Yeah, there it is, Larry. And that has been a problem area for a couple years. But guess what? I love the context where you broke out, then you sold off, and it wasn't good, you know, and then you made a new higher low than all the previous lows before it, and then you've rallied back up to the level, and then you sold off again, and what? More higher lows. Accumulation. More market participants than before, but possibly the composite operator concluding his accumulation period, right? I mean, because the next thing that you would think theoretically here would happen is the markup phase, which would take you to probably 1279 multi-year highs. Yeah, so that's where I think we're at. You've broken out. It's confirmed today. You've been flirting with it, again, for like a year. But the context is far superior now. Like, it's way... Look, I mean, you had this run up in June. There's no, like... I mean, yeah, you had a couple higher lows, and this could happen again, for sure. But context is good because they're just... It's like almost like you're looking at cryptos, and it's like only lower highs. You had a long-term downtrend, and then you went on this bear market rally for almost a year, and it's only like concluding to us there are far less market participants involved with the asset than before, and now you're back at these supports. And yeah, you're holding on because Bitcoin's holding on, but you would think that it's almost like this, like, okay, this is not really what you're looking for. Look how many opportunities the buyers had to rival the previous levels, and they failed. They've been failing. So you're just like, look at you, how you're skating below the 200 moving average here. It's garbage, man. It looks like it's about to collapse if it was opposite day, if it was inverted chart day, but it's not. It's the other way around. It looks fantastic. Anyway, so again, the whole like stream theme is oil. As you can see, the rig going behind you on the chat, and wow, look at the kind of orangish color. Oh, that's beautiful. Random, but beautiful. OIS volume's crazy. I don't really, it doesn't register here. Maybe you're looking somewhere else, but no registration. Yeah, I don't know about that. I just know that you've broken out. And if you stay above this level long enough, the upside potential percentage-wise is, I think, like if you're holding this, if you're investing in OIS, you have a good 46, let's say almost 50% upside potential here. If you just wait, if what's happening is real, yeah. Fantastic, man. Let's go to SLB. Schlumberger made all-time highs a couple days ago. Well, was it? No, it wasn't all-time highs. But it was 52-week highs. In fact, it was multi-year highs, like 5-year highs on Schlumberger. Anything above 54.36 is a big breakout, and it could take you to $68, $74. That's your next target. So what an uptrend, though. My God, beautiful, right? Just, you know, you did have some disrespect. It happens, man. These things are not perfect. But sometimes, you should never know. Like, if it is, you can back test the levels before running. It's pretty cool. E and B, nothing like the others. I don't, it's not really something that. It's incredible though. You see like an ice line from history is back tested as support and then rallies, but yeah, not one that's good. It's just an oil stock. Wow. Okay. Pioneer, natural resources company. Another one that's not like too great. You know, there is a supply line. The buyers have been unable to break it so far. Underperforming. I wonder though if these highs back here can be defended. What could happen? You know, 228. If you get a real back test, I mean, you did kind of, but that's the line in the sand on something like this. You know, if you're looking at an oil stock, not doing too great. But I mean, really. See, it's just a channel. It's not a wedge or anything, but it's down sloping after you're in an uptrend, and this is all down sloping consolidation, like a downtrend, a midterm downtrend for over a year and a half. And then we can just look at the XLE to cap it off. The energy sector, which the energy sector made its highest daily candle close today since November 15th, 2022. That is the second or third highest candle close ever. 91.52, key level from history. An old, well, hold on, let's 2008. There it is. You've broken out back out of that. Okay, so now I will plot the 2014 peak because that is very well where we could be headed. 101.63, old all-time high. Now again, you are in this real like structure here, right? It's like a wedge. I mean, the supply line's around $96, $97. So you think that might catch some, there might be some supply there. But the rally continues, man, and it's phenomenal. Okay, so I guess like if you want, it's Bitcoin Live, BTC Live. So we'll go to it and look at it up 1.5% today. Remember what happened a couple days ago? You had a false bearish breakdown below 25,350. I'm pointing to you and showing you why that level has always been here. It was that swing low manufactured in May of 2022, and then it had just been kind of regarded as resistance in August 2022, February 2023, and even you could see some respect in June of this year. So since then, 3 white soldiers in development, just a Japanese candlestick reversal potentially, and working on your highest daily candle close for the month of September, which would be your highest close since August 30th, if all stayed the same or greater in the next 3 hours, 45 minutes. Pasco, you like the thumbnail? Yeah, man, I thought about it. I'm like, dude, we got to get Joe Dirt on there. And he's just drowning in oil. And he's like, I'm new. But instead of him saying I'm new, it's I'm moon, because oil's mooning and it's insane, dude. Okay. So that's the update on Bitcoin. Nice little 3-day rally going on after the lowest daily candle close you had seen in a few months, and it seemed all hope was lost. But that's how it almost always goes on Bitcoin now. Very very seldom do you get comfortable back tests and rallies. Normally tremendous fear before a reversal. I mean, I don't think we've had one real rally reversal where there wasn't some fear or technical stuff happening that wasn't good. Like, I mean, just like the date of June 14th, you were breaking that level with a candle close. It was in June, right? It was your lowest daily close since March. And this type of price action, though it is definitely, every situation's unique, so it may not be the same. It's just so similar to what you saw July 2021 again, where, oh my God, it was the lowest price we had seen in 6+ months. I mean, you were breaking all supports, and then the next day, no follow through from sellers and just a bullish engulfing candle, and then a freaking over week-long green rally every day. It was streaking through the quad into the gymnasium until it eventually went to $69,000 all-time highs, and then it was over. And we're still recovering to this day. So the trend is still intact, if you can even believe it. Bitcoin is still in an uptrend since the beginning of the year. Nice. A big shout out to Jimmy Morgan, and thank you so much for the 9 months, man. So Jesus chimes for you, and then love trading crypto and stocks, right? You changed your name, kind of. Thank you so much for the 3 months of support. Thank y'all both renewing the Patreon/Citadel, which is the premium Discord membership. If y'all don't do it, no one else will, right? No one else is going to be supporting this channel except the viewers. So thank y'all. Of course, getting emails every day to sell my soul, to promote scams to you. But why would I do that? I'd prefer to not do that, because 99% of people in this space do that. Ugh. I like to separate myself a little bit and do that with integrity. Where were we? What just happened? Okay, you liked the earlier streams? Well, thanks, dude. Okay. Yeah, again, it's like, I don't know if I'm going to be doing it more often, more like permanently. I'm just saying for now, dude, I'd love to get some more liquidity back in crypto to warrant like being able to stream at that time and not be completely tired myself. There's just activity on other markets, man, and it's been that way the whole year, at least since March. It came crumbling down with Gensler Operation Chokehold, and now what? Another officer resigned from Binance.us today, just like yesterday the CEO resigned or whatever, and now today someone else did. So you got pressure going on there. I mean, Binance.us is done. Like, I don't know why it exists anymore, because they won't be here anymore. Like, the regulators not going to let it happen. So we can look at BNB, which Bitcoin's up 1.42%. Multiple assets in the space are up 4 or 5%. But BNB is not up any today. And the underperformance there, yeah, you're back above 211.70. Congratulations. Look, dude, if you think you're double bottoming, if you think you're really double bottoming near a support level on BNB, why not just go long on Bitcoin? That's the only question, because there is no uncertainty with regulators.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Oh, I thought he was going to keep saying it. Thank you so much, Jesse Pinkman, for doing meth and coming into my living room and drenching it in gasoline. Thank you so much, dude. But I'm glad, I think everyone in here is glad that you didn't do it. Something must have changed. Right, chat? You had a change of heart. So I just want to talk. So yeah, man, I mean, like, this is the most fruit fly situation ever on BNB. You are fine like a fruit fly.
Stop it. Get some help.
Michael Jordan, thank you so much for the words of wisdom. Certainly, dude. I will get some help and stop it immediately. So the only things that's going to save BNB at this point is Bitcoin price going higher after the false bearish breakdown of sorts. Right? That's the only thing that's going to protect BNB from collapsing soon. Like, if Bitcoin is not going to ever take out that high from August 29th on the Grayscale news, if it's not going to, it's over for BNB.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Yeah, I'm just not sure about that, man. BNB, you should call an ambulance for BNB. I mean, that's not CZ though, right? That was an old man. So yeah, the ambulance will be called for BNB soon if Bitcoin doesn't just melt faces upward, okay? And here's the thing. We know, like, even if Bitcoin does save BNB with price action, the upside, I think BNB is going to massively underperform Bitcoin in performance. I think all we have to do is look at Bitcoin dominance to know where things are headed. Oh yeah, dude. Right? So you have the breakout yesterday. Today, a little fall through, up 0.2%. But remember the trend. It is a hyper bullish trend already. Higher highs, higher lows consecutively. Almost pretty much back tested the trading range as support for the first time, right? I mean, these levels are defended above the 200. I think I said that. You're just in phase E of Wyckoff accumulation. I think it's schematic 1. And the markup phase, you're in the markup phase, you're just in the backup. There's something called the backup that happens in the schematic when you're in phase E. And this is it. It can develop as all kinds of different structures, rectangles, wedges, little channels like this. probably whatever your imagination is. Any kind of local consolidation structure would be after a breakout of a mega trading range. That's the backup phase. Powerful. OIS went through a backup phase and the price fell below the key supports. So I think this is let's check out. Well, let's check out Ethereum, then we'll look at Ethereum and Bitcoin. Ethereum's up 1.5%, but you know, hey dude, I hope it's double bottoming locally for everyone's sake. I do. It's just, it's not at a support. It's below a support. The other support is well below you at 1420. You know what's going to happen. Whatever Bitcoin does, Ethereum's just going to follow. So if like Bitcoin continues to rally and heads towards that 200-day moving average around 27.6 again, Ethereum will rally and will probably test 1730 again. You got to understand that. I'm not calling for anything to break down because we know how dumb and homogenous this market is. Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum will rally and test 1730 again. Bitcoin dumps here. Well, yeah, you're eventually going to see 1420. I mean, either way, it is not at a great strategic entry level. It's just not, man. Like it's either 1720 support, 1420 support, 2000 support. I mean, one of these levels, you know, that's where you're strategizing at inflection points, not in between them. That's just, sorry. But, you know, we know that like 99% of the time, an asset is not going to be at an actionable level.
Whoa.
Oh, hey, man. What's up, Borat? Wah wee wah. Thanks for the wah wee was. We are king of the castle. King of the castle. Thank you, dude. XRP at 1.6%. I mean, still hadn't made a lower low. It's just, I'm going to feel a lot better about this asset if we get a break above 51 cents, okay? That's all that has to happen. I think it's safe. It's prudent. It's reasonable to be cautious on XRP until the buyers are able to take the price back above the key inflection point from years ago. And it's right there. It's set in stone forever. It's timeless. 2019, it was a peak. And then look, in 2021, it was support. Before major markdown, before major rally. That's the line in the sand on this chart. 51 cents. So, I'm not worried about missing out on a couple cents of gains. Me missing out on a couple cents of gains so I can sleep better at night, knowing I'm buying strategically. That's the dream. You get something like that, we're in business for a long. Like you set up an entry, and then if all this happened, you know, stop loss somewhere marginally below that 50 cent level, okay. But until then, have your alerts set up, because if you start hearing beeps, man, we're starting to get back above the magic level where it might make sense for a long. It's just kind of below it. Okay. So those are like your big four. We can look at total if you want. It's just, dude, not much to look at. We're just doing it for Jonathan. You know that, right?
I like turtles.
Yeah, we're doing it for the turtles. There it is, man. No movement. It's just same price it was at. June 12th, same price. January, same price. A year ago, literally. Over a year ago. Or, I mean, not at
No
a...
Grandma's Boy overlays on the menu. We've got to get some served up.
What's up, Gordon Ramsay, Elemento P? Well, I can't make it do that, right? I can't, like, it's their thing. I know, right? I would love Grandma's Boy. I could make some of my own on Stream Elements, but yeah, that'd be great. And Big Lebowski, they don't have either, which, yeah. That's pretty crazy, though. My God, like Gordon Ramsay. And have you tried Mania Elemento P, my voice? Because it's uncanny. Virtually. So below the 200-day moving average, stuck sideways, same effing price it was at August 17th as it is today. I mean, nearly, it hasn't done anything in a month, but did just a couple days ago make its lowest daily candle close. I mean, I think since like March, so not really great. But yeah, hold here. It will just be one low, the second low, confirming higher lows than the previous low. So, and that's what I'm hoping for on Bitcoin. Just hoping that, you know, man, just hoping that 25,350, that was it. And now after that little false bearish breakdown, we could head to 28.8, because that is like that's the real next support resistance, $28,800 from here. Just don't know if we'll get it, man. Okay. I'll tell you this, man. I was bearish on OXT. I know this is like a joke. It's a scam coin, but I was bearish as it was back testing the resistance as resistance. But my God, man, you cannot argue with. Look at, I mean, June of last year, the lowest low ever. That was Black Saturday, right? And now you're making higher lows. Even after that pump, you dumped and you made a 90%, 88% retrace, tweezer bottom, and rally, and only higher lows again. I mean, you are virtually uptrending on this S coin. Like, this is kind of like XRP in a way, where it's been so bad until this like reverses, but this thing's up 6.43%, back above 6.2 cents. And after all that, you think the sellers would eventually just relent. They'd say, my God, there's too many of these effing buyers. They keep putting in higher lows. I don't want to be around for this thing when it blows up to 8.5 cents. I mean, that's kind of the theory here. This is not like many other coins, right? If you look at just about anything. I mean, even ZRX is holding support, but this doesn't look like that really. It is.
I had a dream last night. I dreamt I was a dove flying over the sea, and then I dove into the ocean, and I swam with the dolphins. I was two animals joined as one, which meant good things are coming. Good things.
Where do you get your weed? From you, Dante. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Cheezel. So, I mean, this is, you know, a very controversial area on ZRX and some other altcoins where you can clearly see there's like this back test of 2019's low. I mean, this was the trade setup. This was an actual trade setup, a failed bearish breakdown, second like level at 1 and then 2. And this played out, hit 2 of the 3 targets of the trade setup, and it was over. And so here we are again, after the context, these lower highs and the previous highs and the previous highs, garbage. But here we are. It's the buyers are coming back in again, working on your highest daily candle close since mid-August, and it's at support. Like, what do you do? It's crazy. I just losing my mind here. So if what's been happening continues, you will see ZRX rally, but it will be short-lived. It will be a lower high, and eventually you'll test this level again and break it and head to 10.5 cents. So far, that's cool. Yep. Buyer's been defending it, but you think maybe something like this, and then this, and then that, right? Just another lower high, because the trend, that's all that's happening is lower highs. Bitcoin Cash is, you know, it's trying, man. It's right at this resistance. This is such a key 209. Look, don't take my word for it. Look at that. I mean, how it tested as resistance twice in 2022 before crashing. But look how it's been support for so long. I mean, if BNB buyers can take that level out, you might be onto something. I mean, that's where we could see a 304 target again. I mean, do you have like a supply line here of some sort? Whichever way you look at it, it's kind of like you're breaking out, right? You're trying to break a supply line, kind of, all right? Guess we'll see. Was there anything? Not really. Just kind of maybe this is your first higher low in a very long time. This could be your first major discernible higher low since September of 2021, maybe. Like here's your low, here's a higher low for the rally. I mean, yeah, it's been like multiple years since you put in a daily higher low that's like real. We'll see. We will see. Clearly there, you know, all these people that came in to buy to push this price up, right? All this volume. The market participants that did that, there are at least still some of them involved in this asset based on the fact that it was just like a 61.8% retrace or so. And now you're trying to break back above this resistance. So keep your eye on Bitcoin Cash. Have your alert set up. 209, 220, big deal level. And that's where you could be going up 30% in value fast. we'll see. It's just all about this, man. Pray for Bitcoin. This will probably go to $300 again if Bitcoin heads to 28.8. Yeah. Yep. People keep asking about Sol. Dude, I mean, to me, you're back above 1831. Congrats. It's just a swing high from February 2021. Really choppy. Some really nice divergence. I mean, yeah, I'll give it to you on the MACD histogram. It's pretty insane. Look at this, you know. That's crazy nice. Yeah, not bad. But see the thing, you're below the 200-day moving average. If you're looking at an M shape, it's incomplete, right? You're looking for 886s, probably 1444 if you wanted to trade a harmonic. It's so I would just move on. Just like hit the space bar, because it's just, I mean, it could rally. Like anything can rally at any time. Flip your coin, it's going to go one way or another. Yes. We're not looking for that. We're looking for, my God, dude, you're able to manage your risk really well. Everything we're looking for is there, you know. I think they're just better ones out there. So yeah, whatever. Go for it. Do your thing. I mean, look at these altcoins. They're up 3% today. This changes nothing on something like Atom. Up 3%, probably up 6% in a couple days. But what about before that? Mother of God, right? I mean, anything below 726, 852 is miserable. So bad. So you're just, no, nothing changed here. How about EOS? Nothing's changed here. Not even close. Who cares, man? Right? And this is the majority of the coins are like this. So you can find the ones like XRP that are just marginally better. They're making higher lows.
People of Grand Admiral Tron?
No, Caleb. Grand Admiral Thrawn was awesome. Like, he was really smart, and you know, whatever. But no, Brandon is. I'm just saying, man. Like, I don't care. Like, you don't have to watch me. I mean, stolen elections have consequences, dude. And if not based on the irregularities that happened that night, how about just the actions of this administration? How much worse life has gotten? Okay. Wide open borders. Fentanyl crisis, over 100,000 people dying a year of that now. Millions of people that don't give a crap about the Constitution, United States of America, and true freedom have flooded the borders, right? These things, inflation, absurd. How about all the money laundering sent to Ukraine? A war that has no end in sight. All these things, man. That's how it works.
I bought a basil plant today. My whole place smells like basil.
Should have gone with the marmalade. Cactus Leo, thank you so much. Marmalade would have done it. But I hope you enjoyed your gift from Robert, California. Thank you, dude. Whatever, man. Like, I'm done with it. Like, it's so stupid. Like, the fact that people think that was legit, you're out of your effing mind. You're a freaking NPC. Let's go to Litecoin at 1.3%. This changes nothing, really. I mean, the divergence is there now on the daily, though, right? I mean, you got kind of a local low and then a higher low. Let's see what happens. Maybe that's enough to get you back above $66, but until then, I can't care about Litecoin below 66. You know it, man. Okay. So I guess we'd switch. Oh, I guess we'll go to that request to be polite, because no one else is going to request anything ever. What was it? PANW? Thank you, Double Cracker. PANW. Palo Alto Networks. What are you asking on the power hour time frame? What? Oh, you just want to see it. Well, I mean, this is a nice attempted rally here. No, not yet taking out the all-time high from July. At these fib extensions up here. What a trend, you know, what a rally it's been on. You're probably requesting it because it's some sort of like shark, like a bearish shark pattern at the pattern completion zone. I mean, pretty tight here on this, right? I mean, 30% retrace on beat. That doesn't really matter. But the 886 is there. Like, you are at it, right? You are completing a W-shaped pattern. So despite it going higher or not, this is a terrible area to add to your position or to enter. It's crazy to do that here.
Let's check out Jup, the cream of the crop, the Sultan of SWAT, the king of crash.
So Caleb. Oh, Jup, yeah, Jupiter coin, man. Okay. Let's go to Jupiter, dude. Yeah, so you're looking at a harmonic completing at major fib extensions. This just, to me, like, screaming downside, but the thing is, depending on how real this trend is, which is higher highs, higher lows, it could just underperform and then make a higher low eventually after the sell-off, maybe even fill a gap, but then eventually just continue on, man. It's just the trend's so powerful on all these freaking stocks. It's stupid, dude. Where you think, oh, it's all over, and then all of a sudden, like, XLF looks like Wyckoff accumulation maybe towards the end. Like you're about to break out on the XLF? How? Let me just show you real quick. I'm looking at this like, what the... Look at this. It's unreal. Right? It's just above the 200-day moving average, on the cusp of this major breakout. $35 would do it. Did we get a golden cross yet? Probably. Oh my God, we got a golden cross into death cross into a golden cross in mid-August, and now you're above the 50-day moving average too. Dang, man. Like, it wouldn't be because of the regionals, it would just be because of the majors here. The majors are fine. I mean, they're not really that bad, but just pay attention. If you could even believe it, the XLF might be wanting to shoot for a deep 886 retrace from the old all-time high from January of 2022. Wow. Yeah, I'm setting alert up because this is freaking crazy. It's like, what is it? Preliminary supply, selling climax, automatic rally, secondary test, right? Yeah, I think it's got the makings. It's very real, man. XLY is unbelievable, just continuing. And after the, remember the fractal, please never forget the low, then the lower low with the inverse head and shoulders on that lower low. Impeccable, just like natural gas and Terra Luna. If you flip the chart over, same thing. It's incredible. God, it just, you broke out today kind of above 173.50. It's a key level from 2021. And going for the gap fill around 176, but probably going to head to its highest highs. You'll just be testing all these peaks, April 2021, and then after that, so many things, so many areas. 185, 190. After 190 is where you get wide open spaces, but just incredible so far. And I'll tell you this, the commodities index made its highest level. Oops, not PEJ, the DBC, excuse me. The DBC, highest daily candle close confirmed since November of 2022. Just more gaps, but look how it all started, Larry. I mean, this was covered on this live stream when it was happening. This low from the year 2006, 2007, okay? The first time ever it was a swing low. Look what happened. It was breached by sellers. Doesn't matter because it's about the follow through, not the breakdown itself. Immediately back above it the next day, and then you got a couple spring back tests. Look at one June 12th, and then the other one June 28th, like a bullish abandoned baby into a morning star. That is unreal. That is like a TA seminar. Like, if you take anything from these streams, please pay attention to what price action can do to help us gauge maybe where an asset might be going next, though we have no expectations. We understand when we identify these things, that is where one person could enter and set up a strategic stop loss below those key levels. Risk management tool, that's what TA is. RMT, risk management tool, hype in the chat. Wow, man, chat, y'all are the most I don't know. This is just a static video now. I don't do live streams anymore. Killing me, dude. All right, let's look at the PEJ, which is the leisure entertainment sector that had been getting pretty wrecked lately. You got to wonder what this will turn into. And I hate that you're below the 200-day moving average, but I do love bullish divergence locally. Bullish divergence and a slightly lower low. You go to the 4-hour, 12-hour. I bet you it's insane here. Let's just do that 12-hour. Yeah, look, so daily's kind of there too. All right, so it's a dragon. This is a potential bullish dragon pattern. The trend's your friend. You have not made one lower high in a long time. All right, one valley, the second valley. This is the first foot, the second foot of the potential dragon. But where it's happening is nothing short of unbelievable. Look, I'm showing you the valley, the peak from 2015, the valley from 2017, and you'd be your highest low. So and then like the seller exhaustion there. You gotta wonder how this is gonna play. We don't know. You never act like you know that it would play out, that it would reverse here. It's just, wow, recognizable, discernible price action, right? With the big wave down, the one wave up that's short, and then one slightly lower low. And when there's a slightly lower low, there is this combination, right? With the, a higher level on the oscillators with a lower slightly lower price. The next wave would be a rally to at least a 618 if it played out. So this is where someone could like literally take a long here. So we'll see if we fit. And again, this can fail. We'll see. See, you don't get it. The problem is if you strategize it like this, where it's like legit below that peak from 2015, you're not going to get a 3-to-1 on a 618. You would have to settle for, my God, an 886. Yep. You could do that. Or you could move the stop loss tighter and you're just putting it below the lowest low from September 13th. Then you could get away with a tighter take profit. You could actually get away with almost a 618 there if you played it like that. So they're there. I mean, a combination of variables. All it's about. Manage your risk. After identifying things that we've seen over and over and over, and normally when you see that stuff, it can manifest into a reversal. So, all right, Caleb, all this stuff. I mean, this is valuable. I don't really care. I mean, you don't have to value it, but it is valuable. And one day when I'm long gone, you'll wish there was someone doing this stuff every day. But yeah, anyone can just look at Jupiter. Are you sure this is still listed? Dude, I don't think this is listed anymore, dude, on Coinbase. Wow, they delisted Jupiter. What you gonna do now, Caleb? Doesn't sound like the cream of the crop. It's not on Coinbase anymore. Wow. As they listed VeChain and VeChain Thor a couple days ago, that show you how much of a joke Jupiter coin is. Sorry, dude. Can't analyze it, Caleb. I'm so disheartened to say it, too. Oh, my God. I'm devastated. My whole day's ruined now. Oh, deck screener. Why? Why do that to me, man? We'll see what he has to say. You see something pretty incredible here? How about you take a look at this utilities demand line that goes all the way back to the nadir of the global financial crisis, 2009. Look, March 2009. All the touches you got, right? COVID crash, yes, that's what happens in extremely volatile conditions, but it was formally back tested as support. So it was reconfirmed as a demand line. And then again, look what happened. October of last year, it was defended and rallied, but only made a lower high. And yeah, the momentum shifted. It's skating below the 200-day moving average. It's just, I'm just pointing this out. I'm not saying it's going to go to the moon, man. It could be over. It actually could be over. But you're back above that demand line, and that's fantastic. That level is ancient, man. Ancient demand line. Yeah, I hate all the distribution there, so I'm not really happy about that. I hate it below 200. I hate it below 67.89, such a big level. Yeah, I don't like the complexity, right? It's like complex head and shoulders, larger than Jupiter. But dude, again, it's utilities. Good luck betting against utilities long term, right? Because this demand line shows you betting against utilities is it fails always. So, all right. Did he say something yet? He hasn't said anything, dude. Well, no one's saying anything. All right. SLCA that we had been looking at, what we thought might have been Wyckoff reaccumulation after a drawdown, which is one of the styles of reaccumulation. Certainly with the higher lows, the jumped across the creek. Again, made a fresh high, your highest price since November 15th, and your highest daily candle close since November 11th of last year, but broke the 1350 level, which I think is a pretty big deal. It's a major deal. I think you could be headed to 1820 above this level. Higher lows, man. All higher lows. Getting ready. Metals and minerals too. Under Armour. You think it's over? It could be. I mean, it could be screwed. It could fail miserably. I get it. I understand. But it's still look where it's at. This is $7.15. That's a swing low from May of 2020, and buyers for the second time on the daily are trying to defend it. And we discussed hey, if you got a local low here and it's a double bottom, maybe the same thing here, and it's a lot more precise, right? Where you're getting traders are never settling up below that level. They keep defending it, they keep testing it, and now you're breaking the top of that zone of inflection. That really, goes to April 2020. It goes back further, but I'm just showing you just from there. That's perfect, man. That is literally perfect. Just think about it like this. The sellers, right? They tried. Let's see. The buyers tried to break this level once and then twice. And on the second failed attempt, it was actually a lower high than the previous highs. We're being technical here. And now you have this more perfect back test there. And now you've just closed below the key levels. I mean, that to me is just the lowest risk ever. And I get it. It could perform terribly forever. But dang, man, it just doesn't get much better than this for risk management and stuff, If you're just now finding out about Under Armour, I know we've been talking about it. I mean, since July, really. But if you're just getting in, you could. It's so easy, right? You're okay, why would I even want to own it below 711, right? I mean, you could manage risk. You could almost exit at, from the July 20th high, and it's equitable. Yeah, of course you wouldn't. You would definitely 918 would be your target there, because that's just the next big level. But man, how do you beat this in terms of the harmonic strategy? Everything's there. Everything. And look at the continuation of the divergence on the RSI. It's beautiful, man. Really is. And then look locally, convergence maybe on the MACD. It's just something else, man. Should be in a textbook if it plays out. I'll tell you that. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, a lot of people are at work. Yeah, no, man. It's however I feel, you know. It is. Let's look at AMT. You know, that's another harmonic that just exceeded the 886. Didn't hitting the hop and stuff, but and again, the trend's so bad that it could fail. But please pay attention. All right, it's a COVID crash low on AMT, as you can see, 174 to 180 ish. Candle close to the wick. And the sellers broke that. They broke that price. Well, not with a candle close. Only intraday a couple days. August 21st and 22nd. But that's like the lowest risk area ever, right? I mean, like, if you'd be like, okay, sellers just failed to really break that with a candle close. And now you're back above 179, which is the candle, like the wick and then the candle close. I mean, $200 target. The issue is you never make higher highs, right? It's like always lower highs. That's the only problem with trading something like AMT. Like the trend's bad. It's not like energy stocks. Like oil stocks were in this long-term uptrend for years, a few years. And since the, oil crash 2020, and then like they were like breaking all-time highs, then they were like reversing, but then they were like back testing old all-time highs as support a couple times. So it's like you're double bottoming in a long-term uptrend. In this situation, it's just like you're watching maybe absorption of remaining demand at this key support, and once it breaks, goodbye. Like, see ya at probably $150. 150. I wonder if we have any help on the 3-day with the. Gosh dang, that's good, man. Look at the triple. The RSI kind of sucks, not really good, but look at the triple MACD bullish divergence. Low, the lower low, then the slightly lower low. I mean, that is impeccable. I mean, if the market's hyper bearish, this will play out and make just a lower high than what you saw in late June, and then roll over again to retest 175, then it'll eventually break. But this is it, man. All right, it's a risk management level. Was it a 113? I don't think it was. It might have been close, but no, I don't. It was a 110, 111 retracing, not a 113 like the shark, Don't count it out. It's just bad trend, but nice price action at key level with an edge on the 3-day. Good God, that's okay. I have an alert set up on AMT. It's at a reversal area. Okay. Some of these are just insane, man. Like Marriott, just crazy, dude. I mean, you look at something like this and it's just like, look, the old all-time high from, was it the old all-time high? Yeah. April of last year, and you've broken it with ease. You haven't even back tested it yet as support. You are down 2% after hours. What happened? Oh wow, insider sold 1.6 million. Okay. That's all yesterday. I don't know. That's okay. Tesla, highest daily candle close again since July 19th. You're thinking $300 target just because that's the only thing that really makes much sense here. I mean, right? The swing high from 2021 and 2022. It's a big range. Very nice, man. Keep rallying there. Nice
CB
trend.
doesn't like Jube?
They don't know if they like it or not. I don't think it's personal. I think it's just kind of the jokes we were making about how it's a joke. is now not so much a joke. Jokes don't get delisted from exchanges within a year of getting listed, right? So thank you, dude, for the contribution to the stream. Yeah, then there's some that are just more controversial, like Qualcomm, like where it's in this nasty downtrend, but is like, are we witnessing Wyckoff accumulation right now? You figured it would be better at $94. I don't like it below the 200-day moving average so much, but that is like a completed shark maybe. Not really sure here. Hard to trust it is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's like unreal, man. Look at the reaction. If it's Wyckoff accumulation, that's probably it. I mean, like if this is actually if this is Wyckoff accumulation, you're talking about this eventually. Like, you know, headed to 145. Controversial here.
Check out Woo. Waiting for this to backtest the supply line. Just broke out.
Wu-Tang! Cactus, thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Yeah, well, you gotta wonder, man. Qualcomm, probably flip your coin on that. Is what's gonna play out? Is it the potential Wyckoff accumulation, or is it just a bunch of lower highs, and it's just a trading range until it just another lower high comes in the previous high, and you just roll over, test 104, and then collapse to $89, $94. Very interesting. That's all I can say. Sure, a crypto hoarder would be interested in something like this. So we've been trying, man, really hard. Wu-Tang. All right, let's go to Wu-Tang stock, Western Union. Well, I mean, cool. I guess I've never been here before. Start on the weekly then. To get all the data we need. Well, I mean, just recently hit all-time lows, but that's it. You know, just touched that all-time low. And yes, reactions occurred, right? That's what happens. You get reactions at key ice lines, but it doesn't mean like it's going to be a long-lived rally. Okay, so we've established $10. And when was that? $10 back 2008. Mother of God. Okay. Got some just key levels and some, like, you know, foreign chart. So, I mean, the RSI had some pretty decent divergence in the end, kind of. But performance, again, has just been pretty bad here. So, what are you waiting for? If it's the weekly, I think you'd be waiting for a secondary test, right? You'd want a second low at this all-time low, not your first low. This is a reaction low. You get reaction lows all the time, right? They react, but they don't perform that well. They lose steam, and then they roll over again. And then that's where, yeah, this right here, yeah, you're above the 200-day moving average, but you're not even rivaling your previous highs. I don't just, if we ever get something like this, you know, like, okay, whatever, then we should talk, because that would then be like an Under Armour situation where you're getting a completed M shape, and that completed M shape just happens to be lined up perfectly with the area, the key inflection point from 2008. So I can't say it makes any sense to take action on it right now. Too destroyed to short, though. I mean, you'd probably do okay. You know, you might do very well shorting it because it's in a long established downtrend and it's just gone on this rally since March, and now you're topping out. But I mean, I think it's so beaten down. It's not a very good area to be shorting long term, right? It's just, I don't think you'd be doing anything but waiting till 1053 for a second test. I like the spring and the back test of spring, but again, man, you're talking about this rally's been going and you're not even close to the previous highs. So that's what bear market rallies look like. This. I'm sure there's a little channel here. We'll see if we go with the candle close. That maybe makes more sense. That's kind of perfect right there. Yeah. Well, okay, I'm not sold on it at all. Call me, wake me up when you start making higher highs, higher lows for such an extended amount of time. You're too far off so you can't strategize an entry. You can't manage your risk here, right? The closer you are to $10, $10.53, the closer you are to being able to manage your risk appropriately, right? Efficiently. Too far away. April 2021. I mean, again, supply line's gonna be a supply line. You know, it's like, okay, did it break? Okay, that's one thing. Depending on how you did it. Yeah, you broke a supply line. You broke the supply line in mid-July. So just because you break a supply line doesn't mean crap, right? Because like the trend dominates all. Okay, so I mean, just talking about, which one was it? Was it just the XLE itself? I mean, that's a good example because it's like the inverse of this, where there was look. I mean, it was breaking down, right? The demand line was being broken, but the follow through was garbage. Like there was no follow through. And if you look at it like this, hey, broke a supply line and nothing. Oof, beautiful. But thank you, Cactus Leo. No, that's cool. Okay, so you have one variable that maybe, so you got a couple of variables, right? But it's kind of like one of the variables doesn't even matter anymore because you're already you're 20% above the area where you want to manage your risk, or you can manage your risk appropriately. We got to look at the all-time hires on commodities, man. You just can't stop cocoa futures. Look at this thing, man. Never in human history has cocoa futures been at 3,064. There it is. Clean break, clean all-time high. That's it, dude. Gone. The other one, live cattle futures. This is a stake chart. You won't stop stake. All the divergence invalidated like it was nothing. And there's something else. There's something going on, man. When that happens, so hardcore like that, man. I don't know if it'll ever. When's it ever gonna stop, man? This is obscene. We know the powers that be do not want you to eat steak, so steak will only be for rich people. This keeps up. I mean, it already is kind of, but they want it to be unobtainable. And then orange juice was close, very, very close. It was like one of the highest closes ever. It was the second highest daily candle close ever. Still skating above the 1.618 extension. It's just obscene. Coffee futures still amazing spot right here. If you wanted to play ball, you could. You could take a shot. Not in a very good trend. Nothing like orange juice, live cattle, or cocoa. But I mean, well-established downtrend at this point. It's like, but add a little support here and completing the sim shape where you might catch a rally. I think there's divergence. Yeah, bullish divergence here too. 150 is kind of your level. Below that, it's a long way down. So you might rally and make a lower high than the previous highs. You might back test 172, 175 off of this, completed harmonic with the seller exhaustion and the support being defended. Like it was, you had a spring and now you're back testing the spring. So let's see if that, manifests into some sort of bear market rally here. It hasn't yet. Oh my God, chocolate fed Wagyu. Or how about chocolate covered Wagyu dipped in orange juice?
Bruh.
That's like the most insane thing ever. Go to a Michelin star restaurant and they'll have it, and it's literally like, this is our most incredible thing on the menu based on the price of cocoa futures, orange juice futures, and live cattle futures all at the same time hitting all-time highs. Okay, so the good news about natural gas, it's back above 267, which is almost everything. Context is good here though, just continuously showing higher lows, and again, I'm thinking like $4 at some point, but I just don't know when. you keep these higher lows up, it'll most likely happen. This is just, it's all happening at levels where it has done it before. Yeah, you just can't. This is an 886 from the previous low, maybe a little deeper. Pretty good here. Sugar is really close to multi-year highs. It was close, man. It was so close. Yeah, just still up there above 26.6 cents, which is a real level. Show you. Yeah, look at this. It's just a major, it's like a reversal area from 2012, you know. You're still above that. So I think like the next target above that's 29.45 cents. But look, this is what I'm talking about. Price action correlated to ICE lines. That is how you can gain an edge on this market, being able to identify. When you identify certain types of price action at key inflection points, that's what the edge is. Cotton futures, you gotta wonder, is this kind of starting to be, is this accumulation here? It's starting to look interesting, right? Because it crashed. Cotton futures crashed to a key level and buyers somehow defended it. And you've never, like the sellers, when they took back over after that automatic rally, they have been unable to take the price back even close to that level again. So I think that, and you're back above the 200-day moving average. I do worry a little bit about the local price action where it's almost like three drives, like the rule of three, your third high. That's definitely where it could reverse. So you're at high risk areas. You can't really manage your risk here, unfortunately, for a long. But you just got to wonder what that means, right? The lowest low, and then since then a new trading range was manufactured, and all the lows are higher than that lowest low. So a couple of schools of thought. What could be happening on cotton futures? Is it setting up for a breakout, or is it just kind of unable to break the top of the range and could be looking to roll over because your third time failure? So look at the divergence, kind of real. Some bearish divergence there. Just looking at it, man, it's not really a big deal. Okay. One thing we haven't done. You want to just look back at some currency pair stuff. I want you to see the weakness of, yeah, very, very weak. I know someone requested this a few weeks ago, and it's like, this looks bad. It looks like three drives pattern, like 1, 2, 3. There's the third high, and now you're rolling over. You're back below the 200-day moving average. You just painted your lowest daily candle close on the euro to the US dollar since March 16th. So come into test 105 again, and if 105 doesn't hold, bye-bye the euro. Because look at the weekly here. How this really shows you how weak things are. Okay, you got the euro. Market participants are testing that 200-week moving average and rejecting it so hard. Sitting at 40 on the RSI, and look how close you are to danger. I mean, if you break 105, you know there's nothing there, right? Like, you'll be going for the second test at 96 cents. Yeah, people just stop paying attention after the V-shape, but the V-shape is stalled with these slightly higher highs. That's weakness, and it all was like but confirmed with the 200-week moving average being rejected like that. So if 105 doesn't hold, man, you better look out. Your US or your euro purchasing power to the US dollar going to collapse again. We would lose parity because below 105, again, it's 97 cents. The same thing with the Great Britain pound. The same exact type of weakness where that 200-week moving average was rejected, and there's no real support here. No real support till 119. Yep, I think you got some more downside here just looking at the weekly, right? I mean, the lowest low, and then a rally that was just unstoppable has stopped, and you haven't even tested 133, 135 yet as resistance. And rolling over, man. I think you just had your lowest daily yeah, you did. You just broke. Wow. Okay, this is a development on the Great Britain pound today. Lowest daily candle close since May 29th. And your first daily candle close below the 200-day simple moving average since March 8th. So not good. Not what you're really looking for there. Okay. Japanese yen is real bad too. Really, really bad. You've broken support, I think. Oh man, look at this, chat. 1998. There it is. It's your levels, right? You're just sitting at that one wick low. Sitting there, man. If this doesn't hold, you've got nothing, man. You have literally nothing.
Kyle LSE, please. 90 a breakout level to 120. Appreciate early streams. First time getting to sleep in good time since subbing low less wrecked.
What's up, G-Dub, man? That's all sweat on, mate. He sent me some Super UK. They're like, I don't even know what they are. They're just like sticks of crumpets or something. I devoured them. Thank you, dude. Sweat on in it. Okay, sweat on. Bye. Have a look. So, all right, right now, Japanese yen also looks terrible. Like you just back tested a level as resistance, and you kind of rejected it. Tons of downside on the RSI. MACD looks terrible. Yeah, below the 200-day moving average. It's all bad, man. I know you're near the 886 of an M shape. I don't even trust. I mean, can you trust an M shape on the yen? Because it's pretty perfect bat. It's a bat pattern that's hadn't even seen the 886 yet. So we can plot it and see what happens. But yeah, you got a little bit more downside. 6729 right there. Okay, cool M shape that is not complete and is not real yet. It's kind of potential M shape, potential bat. All right, well, look at it, man. Look at the KIE, man. Ooh, insurance ETF, nice. Well, this is London Stock Exchange. Never mind. Sorry, that'd have been cool to look at though. The Kayer Group. Okay. 92 pounds, mate. Yeah, dude. Okay. Wow. But we look at it maybe like, I think you would look at it like that. Like the low there. Yeah, that price action correlating pretty well to $62. Dang, man. And then just above it, you've got like, so that's like 62 to 66. They see these swing lows that are happening in this zone. That's a real, it's a zone of inflection, you know? So just, you know, I've never been here, so I'm just getting acquainted to this new chart. As you can see, the spring back test, pretty amazing right there. And then where could you be headed? Well, it seems pretty clear. The top of this range is, that's it. That's the level, man. Trying to see if there's a zone, if we could make sense with that wick right there. There's a wick. There's a test. So I'd say that's what you got there, man. Those are your major levels, right? So I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't worry about any other level besides these two, right? Because, you know, remember, think about it. If you're taking longs and stuff, it's got to be an equitable trade. So these minor highs within, you can't be bothered by them because, like, you couldn't take profit at those levels anyway because you're not getting 3-to-1 reward to risk. If you're longing supports, you can't take profit at like these little joke levels just marginally above the level. So the big one is that clearly, look what the straight down and up, and then a second test and straight down and up, and a second test and down, right? And then up and then down. That's the target, 118 to 126 here. Can't really manage your risk anymore. It's a little too far off, right? If you would have come to me back in late March, early April, we could discuss a way to strategize with an entry and a stop loss below that level, and then look at it. You know, many months later, it's the daily. But I think that's the way you would be looking at this, right? KIE G-Dog, mate, swear down. In it, yeah. Do you approve of this message? With an English accent, thanks. There you go, there you have it, man. There's not much to do. Because you're in the dead middle of a trading range now, right? You like you've gotten away. The price has gotten away from the actionable areas. Now it's just coin flip areas. Okay. Nice chart though. Very nice. I like the accumulation going on too. You know, it's almost like a 3 rising valleys. I think you maybe have a confirmed 3 rising valleys that broke out, and you're still broken out. And again, the next thing to do is to see the price go up about 28 to 36%. If you ever break that, well, that's what you consider a grand slam, and you easy targets for probably a gap fill at 221. Maybe this a couple candle opens at 176. Yeah, so that's way far off, and that's not even what you're worried about, really. You're talking about the trading range, man. Range-bound trades. Gorgeous. If anything, you're not taking action, but at least you saw me on a chart with nothing on my chart. How I sized it up. Where it is clear, concise for everyone in the world to see. Right? They're not a bunch of indicators and all this crazy stuff. It is simple. Very simple. Supports, resistance, inflection zones. Just not enough. Like, I mean, man, these streams, I love them and want them to be like longer. You know, it's an hour and 30 minutes at this point, virtually talking to a brick wall and a few people who tip the stream. But I mean, it's just tough. Like looking back, like I do all this and spend all this time analyzing and doing, and then I look at chat and there's just like one message every 5 minutes, and it's like I can't keep the stream going without chat. And it's just like video game streamers get millions and millions of engagement from their viewers. I can't do it. I can't. So it's like okay, hour and a half, good stream. Still have energy, but it's just all right. It's cool. I can just finish it here, I guess. Okay. Bitcoin working on its highest daily candle close for the month of September. 3 white soldiers in development. Sitting around 52 on the RSI, very neutral. Positive momentum, though, is at its highest level since July. Can you believe that on Bitcoin? If all stays the same or higher in the next 2 hours and 39 minutes, it'll be the highest positive momentum reading we've seen since July 1st. That's pretty nice. Multi-month highs there. Wow. I mean, I'm not even talking about like, I'm not saying be nice to me. I'm just saying like, you know, just someone would say something interesting and it's like, oh, we can bounce that off and have a discussion, right? Someone asks me a question, it's like, okay, then I start going on some educational rant for like 30 minutes and it benefits everybody, but I don't get that anymore. So it's like, okay. So this is like my live streams now are just glorified static videos, and that's okay, I guess. BNB, you better pay attention, man. You can say this looks okay. You could, I guess you could manage your risk, but this is the biggest fruit fly in the world right now. BNB. Find like a fruit fly. No performance, right? Bitcoin's up 1.5%, Ethereum's up 1.3%, XRP's up 1.6%, BNB is down. Pay attention to the weakness. Pay attention to the lack of demand on an asset on a green day, a green macro day. Pay attention. It's not good. Because what happens when Bitcoin has a pullback day tomorrow? You think BNB is going to have a good day? It's going to be terrible. All right. Well, Thanks for coming out and watching. Thanks for the contributions to the stream. Join the Discord if you haven't. And I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the T.